Hey guys, what is up? This is Nathan. I'm in my basement, got my lava lamp going, and it's time for another episode of Harvest Moon for Super Nintendo. 900 or higher Ranch Master score, and there is still no Typhoon, which is wonderful. Let us rejoice. So, and with that said, let's take care of our farm, shall we? See how our cow's doing. Hello, Belle. How are you today? You're such a pretty cow. Okay. So, last episode, after I finished making last episode, I did the little cheat thing where you hold start, select, and left and right, L and R, while you are going to bed. And I got to see from that, I'm going to take an egg to Anne. I got to see from that my scores, and so I just took a quick peek at how our scores are doing so far, and we do have quite a bit that we need to stuff done. We got quite a bit that we need to work on, but we will work on that in due time. Actually, we're not gonna take this egg to Anne. We're gonna take it to another girl. I was thinking about that. We probably need to focus on their affection more now. But anyway, we'll give it to Ellie. Sup. Okay, good about your bird. So anyway, just throughout the day, I'm going to go over. I was looking at my paper where I wrote all the scores down. Went too far. I'm going to go over that during the boring parts, such as the harvesting. So let's get some corn and tomatoes harvested. And while we do this, I will go over the scores. So I checked it. It gives you the number of all the crops you shipped. Now, keep in mind, crops are one of those scoring things, one of those parts of your Ranch Master score that will actually damage your scores if you go over too much. Remember that magic number is 512 for those things. You never want to go over 512 on certain objects. So anyway, I checked the number of crops. We want to get as close to 512 as we possibly can without going over. If we go up to 513, we get 0 points to our Ranch Master score for it. So, for our crops, we had 181 turnips shipped so far, and that's just in the first year. You get 3 seasons to ship your crops. So 181 turnips, we're not doing too bad there, we're doing pretty good. We had 142 potatoes, which is still doing pretty good. Now we've just started doing corn and tomatoes, but we had 55 tomatoes and 16 corn. And this is all before today, what I'm doing right now. So anyway, remember, we want to try to get as close to 512 as possible without going over. Oh dear, this is going to be close. We're going to try to make it. Anyway, as close to 512 as we possibly can without going over. And there was something else I was going to say about that too. You know, you check scores every now and then. You can use that start select LR trick to check your scores every now and then, but you really don't need to too often early in the game. Really, it's something that you do more and more the closer you get into the game. The farther you get through the game, the more... No! Let's take this to Eve. I don't want to waste it. So anyway, the farther you get in the game, the more you have to check your scores. Till like it gets down to the very end and you're checking your scores after almost every single day near the end of the game. But I won't make you guys watch that because that can get boring, watching all the endings. But anyway, I also checked on the girls' affection rates. Remember, there's 5 girls, and they also have that resetting affection rate where you can't go over 512, or you lose it all. I saw you at the... She's stalking us. She saw us at the ranch. Creepy lady. So anyway, I checked into it. Anne has 294 affection, which actually, after we marry her, it will be over 512. Which we don't want, and so we're actually going to just take her all the way to 999. So we're not going to get our maximum amount of affection scores for Anne, or our maximum amount of Ranch Master points from Anne's affection. And you know what? I'm just gonna screw it. I want it to be even. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and water, and I will catch up with you guys after that. Bye bye. Okay, guys, I am back. Let's see, gotta make a mental note. That took about 3 minutes. So anyway, just have to keep an eye on my time. So I have some good news, other than that there's no Typhoon tomorrow. The good news is that now we have just barely enough stamina to water the entire garden, all of our crops, without having to go and take a bath. Don't you run away from me. Brush, brush, brush. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, we've got Anne's scores at 294 right now, and ideally we'd want that 512, but just marrying her and having kids is going to put it above 512. And so, we want to, we're not going to bother. We'd have to actually drop her score after that. And we're not going to bother with that. What we're going to do instead is, sell a chicken. What we're going to do instead of fooling with that is we are just going to take her all the way up to 999, max it out. And that way we will not get a full score. We'd have to take it up to like 1024, which isn't possible to get full points. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to get her as close as we can, and we're still going to get a lot of points towards our Ranch Master score from her. But anyway, so anyway, Anne's at 294, but we're taking her all the way to 999. That'll be really easy once we're married, though, so we're going to worry about that mostly then. That's why I'm giving gifts to other girls now. But Ellen is at 60. We're taking her and all the other girls up to 512. So Ellen's at 60. Eve is at 121. Maria is at 56. And Nina is at 42. She's lowest. There you go. So we'll give it to her. How much money we got now? We have almost got enough for our house to be extended. That is awesome. That's great. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go and do some... Oh dear, I forgot to talk to a livestock... Man, I am not thinking. Wow. So anyway, yeah, let's go talk to him. I still think it looks like he's wearing a skirt though. So, oh well. Talk to her, raise her affection a little bit. It's probably a good idea just to talk to them whenever we get a chance. Yeah. Hey, buy my chicken. That's right. And actually, we may stop selling chickens here. I really shouldn't have put an egg in the bin. As soon as we stop selling chickens, I'm going to... We're going to go ahead and get married. Because, you know, the earlier we get married, probably the better it is. So, and we may not quite get all of our crop shipped today, but we'll do what we can. 500 gold! I'll sell it. Oh man. If we get enough crops today, like, we'd be ready to extend our house tomorrow. That's awesome. Let me start with this bottom part. Because if we don't finish, I want to not finish on the top part where I can water and get that one little crop to, that one ear of corn to mess up. Or catch up. Mess up? Catch up. So anyway, also, the other scores we're looking at is our happiness score is now 127, which surprises me with as many chickens as we have been selling. But our happiness score is 127. Our now we want that all the way. There's no res on that. We want that at 999, all the way up. So happiness score needs to go maxed out. We our ranch developing rate, which is the percentage of the ranch that is actually in use, like being covered with stuff. That's why we want to fill everything up with grass. Be another gift for Eve, but we can extend our house tomorrow. So anyway, our ranch developing score is 6%, and we do want to increase that to 100%. I think on that you actually get a little bit of buffer. Like there's a few grids of your farm that can be empty and you still have 100%. It's something like 20 grids or something like that. But we're just going to fill up everything that we can with grass. She's creepy. We're going to fill up everything we can with grass and get that up to 100%. But think of all the grass we've planted so far and all the crops we have. All of that only makes up 6% of our farm. So we got a lot to go on that. And anyway, considering all of that, our overall Ranch Master score at this point is 145. And that's actually, in my opinion, that is not bad considering how much or how early it is in the game. 145 is not bad at all. So yeah, I will skip forward now and I will see you guys shortly. Hey guys, I'm back. So you wouldn't believe what happened to me. I watered everything and I got like 1 square left because I hit the wrong button. I had like 1 square left and I ran out of energy. And so I had to go and take a bath for 1 square of the ground, which is disappointing. Anyway, remember also, one score that I left off when I was talking about that was the cow's affection rate. And cows are, don't feed her, cows are the biggest affection scorers or biggest Ranch Master scores on the game. They have more to do with a high Ranch Master score than anything else. Believe me when I say that. But anyway, so cows play a huge role. We'll go to Maria today. And our cow's Belle's current happiness score is 28. But that's going to be rising all the time. You get points for every cow you have, and you get points for all the cows' happiness scores. And if all your cows are maxed out, that's like half of your Ranch Master score maxed out, like right there. That makes an incredible difference. I can't emphasize enough how important cows are. But remember how, there you go. Okay, I don't know what I think about that statement. Anyway, remember how how I said we would extend our house today. I was lying. We're not going to. My mistake. Because it's Saturday and everything is closed, and oh my gosh, what day is it? 18th. On Monday. Monday. Do you know what we can get? Do you know what we can buy on Monday? Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. You know what we can buy? We can buy the sprinkler. And that will make our life easier. That means I only have to, really I would only have to edit out the watering crops, like, for this year anyway, for this summer, like, just a couple more times. Or one more time. That's awesome. Because the sprinkler is, like, one of the greatest things ever invented in the world. It makes everything a lot easier. Oh dear, I just realized something though. We've already got our sickle upgraded, so it's gonna take more energy to use a sprinkler than the ideal. Because normally we would want to, see where that one tomato is, that middle square right there in the group of 3, we'd want to go in and cut out just that one square. But we can't because we have the golden sickle now, and it would cut everything around it. That's terrible. Anyway, so now we're going to have to use a sprinkler twice. But you guys will see what I mean once we actually get it. And we plan on getting it upon its midnight release because it's that important. I'm just kidding. They don't have midnight releases in this game. So, yeah. Oh, also, while I'm doing this, I will let you guys know that I've got something special planned for Christmas, a special LP. And I think I've got all my software figured out and everything's going to work now. I think I've got everything going like I want it. And so this is going to be really cool, I think, if everything goes as planned. So let's cut some grass and I will bid you farewell. Slice, frog, slice. 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 And one more. Slice. Okay, guys, I'm going to water the crops and call it a day. But thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you next time. So check out my other videos, like, subscribe, go see my friends at Harvest Moon Paradise, and until next time, stay frosty.